Alright, y'all, I'm back. I had to end the live because it was going I don't know what the hell was going on or whatever the case might be. Hold on. Okay. But now I had to end the live. Let me tell you that though. Let me pull my girdle up. Don't be over it. Look. Y'all, it's like last week you was skinny. I'm bloated. Shut up. You know. Other than that though. Now I was saying that one of y'all was kind of like some bad kids when y'all was like necessarily younger, and it affected you going forward. So it's like creating, like carrying that debt of pain of like problems. It still progress problems. It still repeat problems necessarily in your life. I did say one of y'all was going the truth about a certain situation or burdens or problems or whatever the case may be, whether you deal with problems or always have problems. Somebody have this type of concept of that. I left everything the same. You can go watch the ending. That it puts you in. Wait a minute now. Ooh, you got 9 of Wands though. It puts you in a state of where it's kind of like where you're vulnerable, where you feel like you can't do nothing about it though. Where I feel like some of y'all, where you hear me say like this problem of, I don't know if like you were dealing with this when you was growing up, like not necessarily being emotionally understood or holding on to these trauma bonded issues, that now necessarily moving forward in relationships, like this discontentment, this chaos, this competitiveness, this jealousy, this feistiness, or whatever the case may be. It puts you in a place of to where like now you can't do nothing but be vulnerable and be raw with whoever, yourself. I don't know, like the situation double with the 9 of Wands though. Some of y'all, this could be truth about a certain situation though. Somebody could be carrying a whole bunch of guilt. We got Ace of Swords, the Page of Swords, the Strength. Yeah. Some of y'all, that's that guilt some of y'all carrying. With that 9 of Wands and the 8 of Swords and that Page of Wands though, and the Emperor and the Strength though, some of y'all, this is something that you couldn't do nothing necessarily about. I'm not gonna say you couldn't do nothing necessarily about though, but you could be emotionally stuck on a situation that you can't move on from because it's like got you self-reflecting about how you handle certain things in the past or how you necessarily deal with people. Some of y'all could struggle with, you hear me say, with like solar plex problems and root problems or whatever the case may be, like necessarily like where you stand. So that's kind of like from the bottom of your back on down to your feet. And then if you say solar plex, let's just say you just from here on down. So that's like a lot of issues though. With the 8 of Swords and the Page of Swords and the Emperor in reverse and the Strength, that is definitely, if it's a father figure, somebody that was very controlling or high-key abusive or toxic masculinity or whatever the case may be, that has no forms of boundaries or whatever the case may be. I don't know, some of y'all just take a lot of your childhood environments, a certain situation, and put you in a position to be able to dictate certain things though. Some of y'all, this is, you could equally be controlling as well though, because the thing about when you're dealing with abuse or dealing with abusive individuals, sometimes you could be in this state of situation to where you can take on that type like trait where you see people who be like, no, I'm gonna fight for this, I'm gonna stand up for this, and like it can be like a lot though. You got an Ace of Cups though. I'll tell you, some of y'all, that's that struggle with love though, because some of y'all, it's like where you gonna be accepted, it's where it could be a form of accountability or indifference though. Some of y'all was getting like post back. So let's just say, for instance, people who harmed you, whether it's dealing with family, like this around that time in 2020 when everybody was just bored, keeping up a whole bunch of stuff, that I did say some of y'all people that was like in a family dynamic or friends or people was coming back to apologize to you. Me don't like that. Me don't like that at all. Me don't like that though. Because it deals with leadership though. And I tell you, when I see the Emperor reverse and the Queen up, the Empress upright, that's a feminine who acts like a man, or that's a man who moves based off his emotions. So he would never state in the fact that he's hurt though. For some of y'all though, this could be love. Some of y'all got a problem with boundaries though. I'm telling you, like some of y'all have a problem with boundaries though, because it breeds from a sense of relationship. Only you can control, only how you can feel. So you may not necessarily want to attach or be a part of something, but it's just that, leave the door open for me, period. Like one of y'all got that like in somebody's life. You got 4 cups though with the World though. King of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles though. It's that depressiveness. Some of y'all that's that emotional block. 7 of Wands and the Justice though. Some of y'all that's standing your ground. This is standing your ground. Wands, y'all. With that King of Swords and the Queen of Cups being in reverse. So I tell you, this is a feminine, though. Because one of y'all could be in a relationship with a feminine who acts like this. Ten of Swords and the Three of Cups, and I feel like it's emotionally triggering for some of y'all, though. Then you could see some feminine going through something and it can necessarily relate to a past experience that you went through, or you could be in a relationship or know someone who's equally like mean, fucked up as a parent, or whoever the case may be, and you don't like that about them, though, because they could be equally biased. They could be self-centered, emotionally manipulative. They could be cruel. They could be all over the place. Like, you don't know where you stand with them. And I'm not talking about like arguments, fights, miscommunication. No, this is like with the Three of Cups and the Ten of Swords. Like, this is that overkill. Like, I don't care. You already down. I'm going to stab you in the back. Yeah, we're going to celebrate this shit. For some of y'all, though, certain friends and certain relationships had came about from dealing with individuals who was like this, though, because you do got Five of Swords, the Page of Pentacles. We got Six of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Swords. Some of y'all, this is that fighting and arguments. It is, though. It is. Keep on letting that anger build up. Your ass gonna be in jail. I ain't trying to speak over somebody's life, but maybe your ass gonna be in jail. Because you are about to lose your job. Because you are Two of Pentacles and King of Wands, Queen of Wands. This is a relationship, though. Some of y'all in a relationship, though. This could be playing out a relationship, though. We actually talking about the Two of Cups, though. Because some of y'all could be in a relationship where it's just sex, drugs, and money and shit like that. And it's dealing with a whole form of abuse or whatever the case may be. I don't know. Ten of Swords to that Three of Cups and that Five of Swords. I'll tell you, some of y'all, this is toxic friends and certain people who have enabled this type of behavior, though. People who like, yeah. And then now when you're going through this emotional hurt or feeling some type of way or whatever the case may be, because whatever betrayal that came about it or whatever the case may be, whether you celebrate it or someone celebrated, it emotionally stunned you. Because whether this was a group of people who build up relationships off hurt, and I tell you, you got to be very weird when it comes to this Five of Swords. I always say that, though, because just because somebody could be looking like the predator, that don't mean that they are. Because that person that walk away, they could make a scene. Or it's however, I tell you, it's perspectives, because we do got the World card out. So this could be a situation that has played out in front of many people, though, because for some of y'all, this could be embarrassing or emotionally to be able to deal with, though. With the Queen of Wands, though, this could be somebody that's very equally as well. I tell you, when it comes to the feminine aspect, so this is you or a person that's outside of you, or a mom or a person, I don't know, but they could be like a little bit lot. Because I tell you, Queen of Swords is the friend that's with Queen of Wands. You always hear me say that when I put in toxic ties, the friend that's kind of like, oh no, that take you to the club, you go out, you get drunk, and next thing you know, it's kind of like, okay, well, you know what, how we gonna get home? Bitch, don't worry about it. And then she put out a little cokey bag, and now you doing coke, and she don't care, but she's accustomed to it because she does this every night, but don't know about your well-being. So now you could be sprung out on some drug or whatever the case may be, and it affects you because they're more focused on how the fuck they feel, and they don't care about your well-being. Them Queen of Wands type friends that I don't fucking like. With the Two of Pentacles and a Queen of Wands, though, so that's people who invite you into their world or certain circumstances, and they really don't know because they're so focused on themselves, so they really don't care. And then for some of y'all, like I said, I was getting downloads, though, because it feels like this reading is turning, and some of y'all have went through a lot of events, and woo, it feel like it's been with women. God damn. Let me tell you something. And fail to recognize, though, especially from the emotional hurt that you dealt with as a child or necessarily perceived growing up, keep in mind this energy can manifest into males who do act like this. And it can be a lot to deal with. That's all I'm going to say, though. I want to see it on me. Because some of y'all got some passes on y'all. Passes. Girl, that's not even a word, because we got Four of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords. Some of y'all, this is you want to heal, but you don't want to let it go. You still stuck there somehow, some way. Some of y'all with these passes, though, because this could be toxic relationships that you necessarily have been in, though, because one of y'all was in a relationship with a partner who was emotionally needy, controlling, and abusive. Whether it had something to do with drugs, it affected your psyche, your mind, whatever it is. Because I told you the fundamental basis had something to do with insecurities. So this is moving, being faced, and like it's a mind frame of never being comfortable. So it always needs some form of change. Doesn't know how to be still. It creates friction when there's no friction to be needed. It's the lack of when to say, what not to say, how to say, some form of problem though. Because again, it goes back to this form of relationship that manifested though. And keep in mind though, as children, you do judge your parents, but at the same time, you can pick up your parents' behaviors. So let me say that though. For some of y'all though, this could have affected you to the point of where you could have went through some divorce or been married once or twice, post before, whatever the case may be. But this could be somebody that keeps somebody stuck in some form of situation though. So somebody could be fighting. So some of y'all, this is a fight or argument, and I don't feel like this past or post. It could be past though. Because the thing I don't like it though, because if you're necessarily intolerable, I don't think somebody deserves this much hurt. Like, does that make sense? But to each his own though. You walk your walk of life, right? Because that's bad mouthing. That's talking about people that set motherfuckers up. One of y'all argumentative, combative. It's like somebody turned on somebody, took a turn for the worst though. For some of y'all, this is affecting relationship, whomever passed or dynamic mentally moving forward though, whatever the case may be. One of y'all could be a masculine that requires a lot of emotional attention, and when you don't get it, this is where you go out and you try to seek it into other people, and it comes back with a whole bunch of problems with you though. So I'm telling you, because it's kind of like if you were a dude and a parent was to sit down and they would talk to you, or they would speak of their child, they would say, I don't even know how they turned like this. On the flip side though, if you're a child relating to parent or whatever issues you're necessarily healing though, they could be saying, I don't know where our relationship turned, and you looking at something from a whole different point of view though. But on the mind frame though, like I said, some of y'all do have these trauma bonded state relationships, with the 10 of Pentacles being a reverse and that 4 of Pentacles. Some of y'all want to change, but you still want to hold on to shit. And 4 of Pentacles is like greedy. It's not a money hungry people. For me, I see that as a chakra block card. That's also people who are equally possessive and clingy though. And they don't know it though. With the 7 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands though, some of y'all, this is that up or down, because some people don't know where they stand with you, or you don't know where you stand with somebody else, because some of y'all could be in a relationship, or you could act like someone's enemy and you don't even know why you pick up this, because I kind of feel like it's a hot and cold energy. I'm telling you, one of y'all blow hot and cold in the relationships though. And some of y'all trying to heal some point of a betrayal, something that was... It's a lot. Some of y'all trying to heal it though with that 6 of Wands though. But that 6 of Wands in reverse though, there could be people who, it's a card of not being seen though. Some of y'all trying to hide. I don't know. It's like it's a hiding. Some of y'all trying to hide something though. Not hide something, but 6 of Wands, I'll tell you, goes back to the friend. So that could be a frenemy though. So some of y'all could be trying to make friends with a frenemy. One of y'all though, a partner could have took a turn for the worse if you're in a relationship or whatever the case may be. So they could be hanging around the wrong crowd or whatever the case may be. I don't know what the hell y'all got going on with the Justice and the 6, 7 of Wands and the 7 of Cups. That's definitely somebody that's emotionally wishy-washy and like base things off their concept. So you could be definitely hard to talk to. But we gonna get out there though. I kind of feel like it's that though. I thought some more was gonna come out, girl. That thing with a flu. Me and you. Yeah, we got Tower though in reverse. I kind of feel like some of y'all need to have that Tower moment. And Tower moments not necessarily always perceived bad though. It's like willing to be able to break through like that foundation though, because some of y'all know that it's rocky, the relationships you built with people. Some of y'all just don't want to have like a major shape breakthrough though. For some of y'all though, with a person, whether you may be dealing with them or the odds or something though, you should be more like, oh, okay, well, I dodged a bullet. That's about though. What? But yeah, I said y'all keeping your secret though. Ooh. And it's not like a secret to where like it's everybody business. It's more like you keeping it a secret from your damn self. Like, especially there though. Because it's somewhere to home though. There's a whole bunch of fear. in the house, a relationship is somewhat of fear because you got judgment. And then you got the hermit in reverse, though. Yeah, I said that, though. That's fear. Somebody be talking about people. Some of y'all help talk about y'all. That's the problem. That's a whole nother story, though. Girl, don't get me started on that. Some of y'all help be talking about y'all. Girl, people acting like they gonna help you, and all they do is just talk about you. Yeah. That's, and like, just hear me out, because I ain't trying to snug on us black people. We do that, because that's something that we learn from our nature, though. Because we always joke and make fun about certain things, though, and especially when it comes to certain things. And now we looking at why so-and-so don't want to come to the cookout, why you don't want to hang with people, when you start getting so emotionally intelligent, stuff like that or whatever. Why you so sensitive when you start invoking boundaries. Yeah, the one of y'all got one of them types of situations going on. Hold on, I'm trying to pull this little chakra card or whatever the case might be, because I'm starting to get hungry. Let me see. Girl, we might not get them jumps, girl. We might not. Oh, I got the animal terror over there. Y'all gonna have to pause. Girl, fuck that. I got the animal terror over there. Let's see if they come out over there. Girl, I'm not gonna do that. It's too many to flip to. Wait a minute. Is my background? No, y'all need to be looking over here but some pads. You want some? Yeah, so wait a minute. Girl, wait a minute. Let me get up. My knees hurt. Let me get up. Let me pause y'all real quick. Pause. Sit on me. Boom, boom. And tell me why you deserve it. I was going to pull them out, but I said, girl, nah. There's 70-some cards to be going through to look for just 7? No, you got me messed up. You got me bought. All right. Where we at? 17 minutes. You made it at least like 15 on the other one. B. Then we got the snake. Ooh, did I say that though? That fire ant is controlled. That's rigid. That's certain people who like to cause a whole lot of problems, though. Like people, if you don't go my way, the highway. I'll tell you something with control, though. When it's in reverse, it ain't nothing but people who gossip and talk about motherfuckers. That's people who come around to stand and watch the shit show. I tell you that all the time when y'all be going through certain experiences and certain people where you have to have some type of cognizance when you talking to people, because some people just like to come to watch the shit show. Everybody don't care about your pain, your hurt necessary that you've been through. Certain people attract or likes attract like some of y'all don't understand that like attract likes in that mind frame of where y'all like to go or to perceive to be in certain situations, that it puts you in a mind frame of certain people that you like instantly but not long term. Because you got a snake though, but I like that though because that's developing some spine, even though it's not that. Let's talk about a Kundalini awakening meditation. Some of y'all could be working on it though. Some of y'all could be going through some form of an awakening, though, about certain people, certain things, certain actions of you. Just of you. And it don't have to be about nobody else. It can be of you. Of certain paths that you have been led upon. Certain people you have dealt with. Wow, certain things you done. They did. You allowed. I like it. 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 I like. No judge me here, bucko. Come on now, y'all hear me say that script in reverse. Yeah. Okay, we got wolf. Oh, I don't say about that. Okay. Fire ant again. I'm sick of it. Jesus. We got scorpion in reverse, cheetah in reverse, starfish in reverse, and the fire ant. Some of y'all, this is a grudge. Some of y'all be trying to change, hold on to certain things. I'll tell you, it goes back to the fundamental basis, though. That's that gossipy, that's that vanity card. When it's upright, I like it though, because like when it cares about what other people think, upright, it can be more in a mind frame of where it can be open to different perspectives. When it's in reverse, it cares about what other people think, so you don't care, like you don't put as much time that you should into you. So just more of the beauty value, the way you do your hair, the way you comb this, the way you look, or you like physically like make yourself feel good. It's not more in a broader perspective though. So that's why I said that's slowing down. That's masculine energy though. That's is though. I'm telling you like that is though. That's masculine. I mean, you got shit that was upright. Pause. I don't want to fuck up y'all shit. Fire ant. That's control. Some of y'all keep trying to change motherfuckers around you and they can't. Like, the problem is it has led you for so long because you go around people who you necessarily like, or like going to certain places, which is cool, you know, especially if you a fixed sign of that nature though, or not, or you got like fixed things in your chart. You keep trying to change people who are okay with going the same damn way, because you got to look at ants. Ants survive in a colony, and I tell you, when you see the wolf is not in the back. The wolf is not in the front, it's in the back. And a lot of people fail to recognize that that's true leadership. For some of y'all keep trying to change these individuals who are reliant, who are reluctant to say, oh, well, this is my friend, this is my person, and they keep staying the same. And the problem is though, because it's something with you being your own leader and like stepping out, saying, you know what, fuck it, I don't care, I'm gonna do me. But we got the black egg in reverse. Come on now, throat chakra. Because I do feel a little bit dehydrated. Some of y'all keep preaching to the masses and you need to take that. Your message may not be heard because you keep preaching to the wrong people. Oh, didn't I say that though? Black egg, and we got the turtle, and we got the elk. I told you, this masculine energy. The elk talks about the stability of a person though. They say they make good doctors, good lawyers, good mothers. They're very stable into who they are. But with the throat chakra being in reverse and that turtle, this is the direction of not knowing where you should go. So some of y'all trying to apply some type of change necessarily needed into your life, or emotional matters, or trying to heal or change or push forward in a relationship though. But you so focused on being actionary or reactionary that when it comes to communication, it could be lackluster, especially when it comes to emotional matters. With the turtle being in reverse though, I told you turtles are very slow individuals, or whatever the case may be. They sometimes forget. They can become lost within because sometimes they forget that when like that moving, that traveling, being all over the place, they forget that they rely on themselves, like the soul is within though. So they kind of get lost in the mind frame of like they forget that they can survive in any weather. They can though. They can though. So that's why I said some of y'all, this could be your soul or something better that's going through some type of awakening though. We got Firefly and the Spider. Firefly, did I say that right? Firefly and the Spider. I like that. Firefly and the Spider, though. Some of y'all, that's that burnt out. Not seeing the light in something, though. The beauty into something, though. Especially that Spider, though. Some of y'all could be feeling very shadowy, though. Like, that's you, like, oh, yeah, well, I'm finna do this. I know I can. If I want to have sex, if I want to be with this person, if I want to leave, I can move on. I can do this. Like, I. That's shadow. When it turns into just, I. Some of y'all need some light in your shadow. But it's about this lack of embracing, though. Because only y'all like to be embraced from an emotional standpoint of if they or people resonate with you. And it goes back to a security issue. So it doesn't have to be insecurity with you. It's just about where you stand with certain individuals. I'll tell you, I don't like witch-watch people. It's like some freaky shit about you. Ooh, girl, come on. I gotta hit it up because I don't want to give what you call too much time to be out here trying to plan my day. I'll be ready to fight that man. I really do. All right. We got Cobra and the Swan. Did I say that though? I knew this was gonna come up though, because my head was hurting cross here like it was though. Cobra and the Swan being in reverse. That's somebody who knows it all. Can't nobody tell you nothing because you know everything. Ain't nobody saying they don't nobody know the woes or the stories that you necessarily been through as a person though, but it's very egoistic. It's kind of like Because upright is an egocentric person. It's different. They got a different personality. A teacher that shows up in your life that try to tell you certain things. Or you could be dealing with somebody that's necessarily like this. Or you could embody certain people when it comes to like the lack thereof that don't understand you. Or that don't receive you though. Or whatever. That don't know how to, like it's a two-way street. But for one of y'all, this egoistic nature, not being able to see the reflection into certain people, because some of y'all embody selfish ass people and you don't even know why you embody those selfish ass people. Some of y'all hang around people who could be emotionally tyrants and you kind of like, damn, why they ain't soft with me? Do you be soft with people? And I'm telling you, like, that's just that. But it's not in a bad way though. I'm telling you though. So some of y'all, that's like it though. Like sitting back looking at their reflection of who you are. Fertility matters. Tranquility. What at peace. You know how like some of y'all would try to go to a pond and it just ripples. You like, why is it rippling? Because you keep moving, nigga. Damn, be still. Like that stuff y'all do. Wait a minute. Let me give you one more. Then I'm finna rap. Ooh. Frog and crocodile. I like the frog because I tell you that's an animal totem. Frogs show up when it's a song that you need to hear, and it does talks about masculinity, for its fertility. You can Google it. Google is your friend. But the crocodile, though, lashing out. Some of y'all may be into music, though. I don't know. Music could be a creative aspect for some of y'all, though. It is, though. Some of y'all, that's that spiritual cleanse, because that does come up talking about when you need a spiritual cleanse. Some of y'all need to change your music or whatever the case may be, especially with that crocodile, because that's talking about think, processing. I ain't saying you got to change what type of music you make if you into that or whatever the case may be. But it's also about changing what you listening to, because it does adjust to your music. So that's a totem that shows up, whatever song, whatever's being transmuted at that time, how it emotionally sways you. Pay attention to it. When you watching somebody, you listening to them and how they make you feel. Somebody telling you something, you know so much, you just read it too. Like, don't ignore your intuition, but also don't allow room for growth. Now, don't be against to not allow room for growth. Shit. I'm sounding like y'all is. I was going to tell y'all about dolphins one day, but not right now because they just weird. All right. And we got whale. I like that though. Dolphin and a whale and a mouse. Look at Virgo. One of y'all not a Virgo, but y'all probably got huge Virgo placements. That's nitpicky and detail oriented. That's Queen of Swords in reverse. Always just just nitpicking shit eating away. And I was getting downloads of a mouse post before. Tell me why you got two spiritual cleanse. Some of y'all could be going through spiritual changes or spiritual teachings or different methods or people. But with the whale though, this is about sharing. The whale comes up in your life when it necessarily shows you, because the whale knows how to navigate those waters. They live for an elongated time or whatever the case may be. So this could be wisdom that somebody else. And don't look at the age though. Somebody may have something that runs their depths. Like it could be depths to them that run very deep. For some of y'all though, this is about sharing some part of you or story though. Because the whale does talk about like allowing you to be navigating through your own emotions and experiences though. But you got to be open to the process though. On the bottom of the deck, though, ooh, look at y'all in that vanity. I love it. We got the peacock. I told you, peacocks are very big Leo energy. Big Leo energy. Like, bitch, look at me. Look at me, ho. I look good. And then when we got the elephant, though, I like that, though, because I told you, elephant shows up. The elephant shows up necessarily to stop, to cause blockages. Like, it's not blockages. It's to force you in another direction though. It really is though. Some of y'all could be out here like, oh, I'm this, and that elephant like, okay. And like that's how one of y'all be acting though when y'all be trying to go through these spiritual upgrades and stuff like this. But I know this. I'm good at this. I know this. Yada yada yada. And that's like when you get through. Alright. But they say, I don't know if it's true that elephants are scared of mouses though. Come on man. Loyal, hardworking, but you got the butterfly that's stuck in a metamorphosis, unwilling to be able to change. I feel like I'm repeating myself though. And you got fear though. Some of y'all fear change. That's what it is though. Some of y'all don't fear, because some of y'all have been through a lot of shit. Some of y'all just fear the change of you. That aggression, that power. People being scared of you. Like, I can't let them think I'm soft. I don't know what that's about, though. That's one of y'all know. Ooh, it'll get some of that tension out your body. Let me stop playing though. It will though. It'll get some of that tension out your body though. It will. Especially be around here tensed up. It'll release you with it. Release you. It'll get some of that tension out your body. Alright, where we going? Where we going? Shaman's Oracle. It'll get some of that tension out your body. Your body. Stop. And it'll help you with your throat chakra too. For real though, especially though. Because in order to learn how to speak, you gotta learn how to listen. Come on now. I like that. Crafty? Who's crafty? Me? Look at me, I'm tapping into y'all energy. No, I'm just playing. One of y'all are like that though. Very egoistic. Like, I look good. I'm this. Like, okay, settle down. Like, settle down. Settle down now. Feeling yourself a little too much. I'm just playing though. Oh shit. Come on now. This came up last night. Clarity and organization. A tidy house, that's number one. That's like, I told you I want to do like numerology though, but sidebar before we end this thing. 0 is the fresh beginning. The number 1 is the start. That's like everything. That's like moving on a new path. That's kind of like the aces, what a lot of people sometimes fail to recognize. Number 1 is kind of like you moving forward on a journey. Like that's where you see like a lot of people what they fail to like that's after the expectations. That's like forward movement into something though. That's the independent. That's you moving forward with whatever processes, standpoint, or whatever the case may be. But this card talks about like the insides, the internal aspects, like the soul that's within, the mind, the body, and the spirit. Like that being at peace for some of y'all is cleansing out those old spaces that's in you, like nooks and crannies. You know how like you wash your body, how you wash your ass, like my bad, like that's how you supposed to spiritually like cleanse yourself. And then not buying all this like astute, because sometimes that does work when you're going through certain things. If you know you are spiritual, whether it's like yoni steams and sage and incense, and no, sometimes just emotionally addressing the baggage that you got going on and then figuring out how you gonna get rid of that shit. All right, I need one more. Ooh, come on. I'm gonna read this to y'all because this y'all always comes up and I don't want to read it to y'all. Jewel Web Connectivity, which is the number 5, and then you got the number 8, which is Stranger and Curiosity. I like these two though, because Jewel Web, I told you that goes back to the spider. Y'all remember when I had that sick obsession with spiders? Not like I like them, but how it meant more in a spiritual in depth, because for some people it could be money, for some people it could mean like for bad. Spiders, you hear me say, sometimes can be smothering parents, but it also relates back to, especially a feminine, but it also can relate to experience of like how we can be very shadowy and how spiders only react because they fear other people. And I was getting into one of y'all energy today though. It's like one of y'all like overly aggressive. I'm sorry, approach. One of y'all be overly aggressive though. It's because of the same way people fear you, you fear them knowing you. It's something with that though, because you got Stranger and Curiosity though. This could be yourself or this could be somebody else though, because 8 is also about those new beginnings, that infinity. What you say, so within, so without. All right, but and then we got Garden of Venus. Then I say that though, some of y'all need some love in your life. Your love. Or somebody gotta teach you. Teach me how to love. Okay, but now, Root Girl, Disown Self though. I want to read this, but I don't though. But I'm going to read it for y'all, though, because it's necessarily going to sum up everything, because I want you to hear what they said so y'all can see we on the same page. Pause. Show me how to love. Show me the way to surrender. If you know Sugar Daddy, you made it all the way through this 34 minutes and plus them first 15. Tell him I said call me around. No, I'm just playing, though. Tell him I said call me for real. It's hard in these streets. I'm ready to quit my job. I'm there. All right, Root Girl. The disowned self, hidden beauty, the need for acceptance and love. Root girl sits shivering, unclean and naked, at the base of the tree of self. She is unloved, unwanted, and shunned for her deformities. She has no home but a safe burying underground to dwell near the deepest roots of this sacred tree. Who is she to you? Could this urchin be one part of you that reintegrated can lead you to wholeness and true purpose? This is a part of you, the embodiment of a deeply flawed perception of your failures, manifestations as guilt and shame. When you project envy onto others or any emotion or instinct that you've learned to repress or deem unnatural, it's this homeless child self crying for attention, acceptance, and love. You want to lash out, ignore it, push it to the side, all the while refusing to acknowledge this ugly quality as belonging to you. But if you would only look into the root girl's eye and see the beauty and the unmet need, the unmet need and your unmet need, you will realize that this is a part of you that asks for your compassion and understanding. This is a part of you was born when you were wounded and you were conditioned to believe that you are not whole, that your expression of self is somehow too much or too little. You may have even inherited this creature from your ancestors. However, it was this child self came to be curled up at the roots of your sacred tree self. It's time to welcome her into your heart. When you do, everything you've been searching for becomes illuminated and your path lights up with renewed purpose. When you come to love root girl and claim her as your own, accepting her and your humanity, she is transformed just as you are. Then and all manner of magic begins to arrive in an abundant form. Look for the beauty. Baby, if that ain't every card, then I just fucking flipped. Like, literally. Alright, but I'm going though. I'm saying that's every card that I just flipped though. It is. I told y'all that. It's something with y'all. Y'all go where you liked or where it's comfortable for you. Let me put my shirt down, girl. Let y'all see my goodness. But, y'all go where you like or where it's comfortable instead of being in uncomfortable places. So this could be you creating that unnecessary conflict or not knowing how to be able to deal with it. Didn't I say that though? But I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not. Because I'm finna go listen to some old school music to get my mood back. Because my feelings was just hurt like 5 minutes ago. And my feelings don't get hurt too fast. So bye. They don't know. Let me tell you something. My feelings do not get hurt that fast. I was like, ooh, I don't like this. Me don't like this. I don't like that. Shake it back. Real nigga book.